ये supplementary demands for grants 2021-22, Sri Pankaj Chaudhary.
मैं अपनी वरिष्ठ सहयोगी श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण जी की ओर से मैं अनुपूरक अनुदान की मांगे 21-22 को दर्शाने वाला एक विवरण अंग्रेजी और हिंदी में सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत करता हूं।
Now, supplementary demands for grants of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir 2021-22, Sri Pankaj Chaudhary.
महोदय, अपनी वरिष्ठ सहयोगी श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण जी की ओर से मैं 2021-22 के वर्ष के लिए संघ राज्य क्षेत्र जम्मू और कश्मीर विधानमंडल के साथ के संबंध में अनुपूरक अनुदान मांगों को दर्शाने वाला एक विवरण अंग्रेजी और हिंदी में सभा पटल पर रखता हूं।
The budget of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir 2022-23, Sri Pankaj Chaudhary.
महोदय, मैं अपनी वरिष्ठ सहयोगी श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण की ओर से मैं संघ राज्य क्षेत्र जम्मू और कश्मीर विधानमंडल दल के साथ के संबंध में अनुमानित प्राप्तियां और व्यय के विवरण 2022-23 अंग्रेजी और हिंदी में पटल पर प्रस्तुत करता हूं।
Discussion on the working of the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, on the working of the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region. Any member desiring to speak may do so. It is the prerogative of the opposition to initiate. So I have given chance to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chairman, sir, for giving me this opportunity to take part, to initiate the discussion today, which is one of the most important and sensitive issue, that is the functioning of the donor ministry. Before initiating the discussion, sir, I want to salute my leader, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, and Sri Rahul Gandhi, for whom today I am here in this August House. And I also salute the former Prime Minister, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, whose brainchild was this Ministry of Donor. Sir, though since independence, our Congress government has taken series of schemes, series of policy for the all-round development of northeastern states. And many results have also, positive results have also been attained. But despite that, it is 2001, the former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who established the donor ministry as the nodal authority of the central government to deal with the matters related to the socio-economic development of 8 states of the Northeast region, namely Assam, Arunachal, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, and Sikkim. And another purpose was the planning and execution and monitoring of the development of entire development of the projects of the entire Northeast region. And the third object was, as a facilitator, the donor ministry will work as a facilitator between central ministries and the state government. And in addition to this, there are some other objectives, that is removal of infrastructural bottleneck, provision of basic minimum services, creating environment of private investment, and to remove impediments of lasting peace and security. So, sir, these were the salient features. These were the background under what basis the Northeast, for the Northeastern states, the Ministry of Donor was created. The basic purpose was for the accelerated development to remove the regional imbalance of the Northeast region. Sir, but with utter surprise, I want to draw the attention of this august house that this dream of Vajpayee that has not been translated into reality by the BJP government. The donor ministry was created in 2001 and it was started functioning from 2003 and 2004. And 2004 to 2014, continuously Congress-led UPA government was there. And the Congress-led UPA government had did enough to translate into reality the dream of Vajpayee of establishing this donor ministry. For example, but what the BJP has done from 14 to 2022 till this I am proving it statistically. This is not my, sir, this is the website. All these are data of website of the donor ministry. And I am quoting, I am telling everything from the website of the donor ministry, nothing from my side. Sir, this figure will prove, the figure will substantiate how the concept of, how the ideology of, how the dream of Atal Bihari Vajpayee is diluted by the BJP government. For example, sir, in Arunachal Pradesh, all total 126 projects have been taken by the donor ministry till February 2022. And out of these 126 projects, sir, 118 projects were taken by the UPA government. Only 8 projects have been taken by the BJP government. Similarly, so far Assam is concerned, sir, 123 projects all total sanctioned. And out of 123, 114 projects were sanctioned by the UPA government and it is implemented, and only 9 projects during this 2014 to 2022, only 9 projects they have taken for the development of Assam. Similarly, Manipur, out of 85 projects, 64 projects have been taken by the Congress government and 21 projects by the BJP government. So for Meghalaya, 86 projects, out of that 72 projects have been taken by the Congress government and 14 projects have been taken by BJP government. Mizoram, 96 projects, 69 projects have been taken by Congress government and 27 projects by BJP government. Nagaland, 112 projects, 90 projects by Congress government and 22 projects by BJP government. Sikkim, 73 projects, Sikkim 78 projects, 73 projects by Congress government and only 5 projects by BJP government. And Tripura is a very small state. Tripura total 46 projects. Out of these 46 projects, 41 projects have been taken by the Congress government and only 5 projects have been taken by the BJP government. Not only that, sir, after that, there was, that is other agency. Other agency, 77 number of total projects have been given to other agency. And out of that, it is a very surprising thing, significant thing, sir. 19 projects have been given by Congress government and 58 projects by BJP government. Now you see, sir, in all the projects, there is BJP government is just in the double figure. But in other projects, other agency, Congress government never encouraged other agency. Congress government always give importance to priorities to the state government. But the BJP government during this time, they have encouraged the other agency. Undermining the state government, they have encouraged the other agency and other agency, they have given 58 number of projects. Now, from this data, it is very clear that how much sincere the BJP government, how much sincere was Vajpayee. Vajpayee said that for the speedy development of Northeast region, the donor ministry he has established, but the BJP government, how much they are serious for these 8 years they have taken, they have given project for 8 projects, 6 projects, 7 projects to one state. to one state. So this is one thing. And second thing, sir, so far these ongoing projects are concerned now. Ongoing projects, you see, sir, Arunachal Pradesh, there are 60 number of ongoing projects. Assam 66, Manipur 92, Meghalaya 55, Mizoram 34, Nagaland 91, Sikkim 23, Tripura 31, and other agency 150. Total 604 projects. Now you see, what is the functioning of donor ministry? What functioning they are doing? All total, since inception of donor ministry, all total projects have been sanctioned 1,495. 1,495 number of projects have been sanctioned to these 8 states. And out of that, 604 projects, nearly slightly below than the half. 604 projects are still undergoing, and most of the projects are, it is from 2010, 2011 to till date. So now, this is the horrible condition, sir. This is the sincerity. This is the sincerity of the BJP government for the all-round development of the northeastern region. Not only that, sir, now I want to come to another point. That is, sir, this BJP government, they are expert in changing of name. They are saying name changer, not game changer. In Congress regime time, there were so many schemes. There's all these schemes. They have just only changed the name. They have changed the name, and same thing happened in Northeast region also. There was a very popular scheme concept during Dr. Manmohan Singh's time. That is a policy, the look to East policy. The entire government of India has taken a policy that look to East policy. East is the most sensitive, most important place of the country, and therefore it is a focus area. The entire central government focus was look to East. But the BJP government, they have changed the name. What is that? Name is very good. That is not look to East, but act to East. We are act to East. But this is your act. This is your act. Now, what is the act to East? What is your act to East policy? I want to highlight in this August House, sir. The Congress government, for the industrial development of Northeast region, one industrial policy was taken, Northeast Industrial Investment and Promotion Policy. And it was launched in the year 2007. And for 10 years, it was 2017, its term was there. But in 2014, BJP government, after coming to power, immediately abolished this industrial policy. What this industrial policy says? This industrial policy says that 30% capital subsidy on machinery, 30% capital subsidy is given on machinery. So the big industry, big investors, they are encouraged to come and invest to the Northeast region. But the BJP government, after abolishing this policy, they have introduced another policy. What is that? NEIDS, Northeast Industrial Development Scheme. And under this project, sir, under this scheme, that this 30% capital subsidy is abolished, and in lieu of that, only cap of 5 crores of rupees has been given as capital subsidy. Now, who will come, sir? 400 by 4, spending 400 crores of project. Who will come for 5 crores rupees? So now, because of that, the big investors, the public companies, they have not come to Northeast region for investment, and this is one of the reasons why the entire development of Northeast region has been slowed down. This is one of the Act to East policy. Now, sir, I'm coming to the another point. There was no mega project. During this 8 years' time, not a single mega project has been sanctioned to the northeastern states. Not a single. Whatever the airport, this Hulangi airport in the Arunachal Pradesh, the extension of 3 other airports, all these are the projects of the UPA government. Not a single mega project they have given to the northeastern region. This is one thing. And another thing, the international airport in Guwahati, in the name of Bharat Ratna Gopinath Bordoloi, that airport has also been privatized. There is 2 profit-earning to PSU in Assam, Nagaon paper mill, Jagirud paper mill, and Kasar paper mill. That 2 paper mill public sector undertaking has been closed down since 2015. And now till date, the employees have not been paid a single penny as salary. 180 employees have already died for want of medical, for want of fund, for want of money, and 15 numbers of employees have committed suicide. So this is your activist policy. This is your activist policy. And not only that, sir, in the border areas, the border areas, there is no infrastructure. As a result, what happened? There is no go down in the border areas. Whenever one state to another state, some materials have to be sent, it is to be transported. There is no go down system. It is truck to truck transfer is loading and unloading is done, which is also one of the important hazards, one of the important bottleneck for the development of Northeast region. Sir, our Honorable Prime Minister, time without number, whenever he visits Assam, whenever he visits Northeast region, he always says that मैं Northeast region को अष्टलक्ष्मी का मैं देश बनाऊंगा. असम को Northeast region को मैंने अष्टलक्ष्मी का देश बनाऊंगा. Every time he used to say this, but now this is the horrible condition, sir, of the Ashtalakshmi days of Northeast region. Now, sir, it is another important point. This NGO, it is very surprising that the NGO has been given for the development of the entire Northeast region. This NGO, what NGO will do? NGO will do only creating awareness of public or this and that small thing, but what is the big project NGO will do? So all total, during this time 2016 to 2021, the Northeast region development project has been given to 80 numbers of NGOs. 80 numbers of NGOs. Now all these projects are now lying, undone, half done, it is lying there. So this is Maha Ashtalakshmi Desh. Now, sir, why this top priority to be given to the Northeast region? The top priority to the Northeast region to be given only because of that this is the most vulnerable area. This is the most sensitive area in the country for the defense sector, because the entire Northeastern region, 8 states, had been surrounded by Tibet, China, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Nepal. All these foreign countries, they have been surrounded, this Northeast region. So from this point of view also, this Northeast region should have got top priority for the development. But it is very sorry, sir, our UPA government and the Congress government after independence had did tremendous development. There were jungles, there was no road, no connectivity, no communication, no education, no health, nothing. But the government, this Congress government, has taken lots of care for the upliftment of, for the accelerated development of Northeast region. But the BJP government, after coming from 2014, they have completely damaged the whatever project, whatever development we have done in the Northeast region. Sir, one thing I want to draw to the notice of this august House, the House must know that there was a perception that the people in the Northeast region are backward. They are tribal. They live in jungles. They live in hills. This is the perception. But these people, though they live in jungle, though they live in hills, but these people have no way less contribution to any part of India in the freedom movement of our country. In the freedom movement of our country, sir, you will be surprised to know that the British, the entire country after taking entire country, British has been able to take Northeast region. That is by the Treaty of Yandabu, 24th February 1826. After taking all the state of this country. So this is Northeast region. They resisted British anytime from the beginning. And when 1826, when Northeast Assam was annexed with the British, after 2 years, the people of Assam revolted against the British. That is the Gundhar Kunwar and Dhananjay Bargohain. They have been sentenced to death by British. Sir, in the history, it is that Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 is the beginning of independence struggle. But that is not. But that is not in Assam and in Northeast region before Sepoy Mutiny. That is 1828, the people of the hill people. The people now who we say that backward people, we say that illiterate people, there is no communication. These people have started revolt against British in 1828, long before, much before 1857 of Sepoy Mutiny. Not only that, sir, another important point I want to draw, the contribution in the freedom movement of the northeastern states. Another incident is, sir, 1861. That is in Nagaon district of Assam. That is there is an area Phulaguri where hundreds of farmers revolted against the British and British fired on, and 39 farmers killed on spot, and 2 farmers, Krishnakanta Goswami and Safiyun Nessa, they have been banished to Andaman. After that, 28 January 1894, it is not less than Jallianwala Bagh massacre. It is same thing like Jallianwala Bagh massacre. That is, there was 140 farmers in Pothoru of Darang district. They revolted against the British, and British fired on them, and 140 farmers died on the spot. This is not his region, sir. This is not his region, sir. This is Assam, sir. So courageous. This Kushal Kunwar, Pioli Phukan, Maniram Dewan, the great freedom fighters, they have been hanged by the British for revolting against British. In my area, sir, in 1942, Quit India movement, one young girl, 16 years old girl, Kanaklata Barua, and young boy Mukunda Kakoti, they went to bring down the Union Jack from the Gopur police station, and the police fired on them, both died on the spot. And on 18 September of Quit India movement, 1942 in Nagaon, one Bhogeshwari Phukamani, one lady, she was killed, and in Bhekiazali, 13 persons have been killed at the same time. So this is Assam. This is not his region. They have fought for the independence of our country, not less than to any part of our country. Now I'm coming to other states. Why I am citing this historical example, I will tell you later on in conclusion. Only 3 minutes I will take, sir. So now let us come to Manipur. I am telling about Assam. All these states, not only that it is Assam has the participation in freedom movement. In Manipur, the Bir Tikendrajit, he revolted. He was a Raja there. He revolted against the British, and he was sentenced to death. In Tripura, Shanti Bhushan, on the inspiration of Surya Sen, he made a plan to capture the weapon store of British. Chittagong, there was a weapon store of British in Chittagong, and he make a rebel group to capture the weapons stored in 1930. So courageous the people of Tripura, so courageous the people of Northeast. In Nagaland, sir, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bosu's this first Azad Hind Fauj administered village in Nagaland, Rujaso village. There the first Azad Hind Fauj administered village started to function in Nagaland first. My friend Kenny is here Kenny is here, and the people of Nagaland extended fullest cooperation to the Azad Hind Fauj with Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So this is now we neglect the people of Nagaland. Now we neglect the people of Manipur, that these people are tribal people. These people are backward people. These people, they do not know anything. These people live in jungle. We underestimate these people, but these people has made supreme sacrifice for the unity, for the integrity, for the freedom of our country. Not only that, sir, in Nagaland, House will be surprised to know one small girl, 16 years girl. Her name is Gaiden Lu. She was a spiritual leader. She revolted, a small girl. She revolted against the British, and British imprisoned, gave her life imprisonment at the age of 16, and she was at that, it is in 1932. And when in 1937, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru visited Shillong, he went to see this girl in the Shillong jail, and there Nehru gave her title Rani, and from that she is known as Rani Gaiden. So, sir, I am citing all these major historical events, the contribution of the Northeast region in the freedom movement only because of that despite having such contributions to the freedom movement of our country, to the mainstream of our country, but the government, if this way, give this stepmotherly treatment to the Northeast region, what offense the people of Northeast region has done? What offense we have done that we are getting every time that stepmotherly treatment? This now 8 years, this is now today, the functioning of donor ministry. What is this functioning? What is the achievement? What is the achievement? What? Not a single project has been completed. Not a single mega project has been given. Whatever project given by UK government, that has also been lying, half done. There was no office of donor ministry in the Northeast region. Nothing, only on paper. Only on paper everything. So therefore, my humble suggestion to the Honorable Minister of the donor and to the government, that you must think very seriously. You must think the importance of Northeast region from strategical point.
Mr. Bora, you have to conclude now. Your time is up.
Just 1 minute. To think the strategical point of this Northeast region from the defense point of sight. This is number one. And number two, this alienation, the feelings of deprivation, the feelings of injustice, the feelings of stepmotherly treatment to the people of Northeast region, you must address it. You must address it. And therefore, I request the government to take strong, attractive industrial policy. Attractive industrial policy so that big investors will go to Northeast region. They invest and we can make rapid industrialization of the Northeast region. And the moment rapid industrialization starts, the unemployment problem and other problem that will be solved, that will be addressed as soon as the earliest possible time. So, sir, with these few words, I once again urge upon the government of India, I urge upon the Minister of Donor to take seriously, to think seriously, and implement, do translate the dream of Bajpayee into reality by giving accelerated development to the states of Northeast region. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ripun Boraji. I now call upon Shri Bhuvaneshwar Kalita. Shri Bhuvaneshwar Kalita ji.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak on this very important ministry which will be discussed today. And I request all my friends here to take interest in this so that, and I'm grateful to the chairman who has said that the time, although it is 4 hours, it may be extended. I'm grateful for that. And if we go to the northeastern region has about 3.78% of the population of India. But the happy note that 10% of gross budgetary support is given to northeastern states. And over the years, since the inception when donor ministry was formed and in 2001, the ministry has been looking after the development works over there. And a separate fund from the budget has been allocated for donor ministry and which is increased during last 8 years more and more. It is not only the donor ministry, even the allocation of other ministries has increased in last one decade, which is something exemplary. The interest of this ministry led by Adhanaya Narendra Modi ji shows that the Prime Minister visits Northeastern region every now and then. He has visited more than 40 times, which no other Prime Minister has visited. That is the interest. And symbolically, wherever he goes in public, he goes with a gamocha, which is a symbol of respect to Assam and Northeastern region. Why I am telling you this, sir? This is something which was rare before. Sir, every ministry is sending the ministers. The ministers visit Northeastern region every 15 days. And it's not just a visit. Goes through and review all the projects, including the donor projects. I do not know why my honorable member from my state, from the Northeast, has some objection or complaint about making the look is policy to act is policy. The meaning is clear. Earlier it was look is, only look, not to act. So that is what happened earlier. Now it is act is policy. The policy according to which Northeastern region is connected to the Southeast Asia. And the roads that are built today, which connects up to Thailand, Myanmar, Thailand, which has got today connectivity. As you all know, connectivity is one thing which is most required. The development will be there where connectivity is there. And the connectivity has been the top priority of this government. And there are other infrastructure. I will go to that a little after. But what connectivity means is that in civil aviation, in road connectivity, in air connectivity, in water waterways connectivity has been given importance, and in last few years, you must have seen many new things are coming up. Many new airports are added, and the airports which were closed earlier during Congress rule has been revised and has been renovated and made operative. One such is Rupsi Airport. New airports are added to Sikkim. New airports are added to Arunachal Pradesh. Today, it is connected, air connectivity to the northeastern region is complete, we can say. It is not only the state capitals, it is going to some of the district headquarters also. So this is one thing which was not happening earlier, but it is happening now. Because the government is acting on this, not simple announcement or foundation laying. This government led by Adharaniya Modi ji is committed to complete things, not the announcement, complete the construction, make it operative. That is the guiding principle of this government. So, if we go to rail connectivity, today, most of the state capitals are connected by rail. One that was left for a long time, the Imphal, the capital of Manipur. It will be very soon connected with passenger train. Already trial run has been made with goods train. We know all about it. So going to Imphal by train was a dream. Going to Arunachal, Itanagar by train was dream. But now those dreams are coming true, and it has become, trains are being run, and it is becoming operative. So rail connectivity, you go from meter gauge to conversion of meter gauge to broad gauge, and then connecting the state capitals, and by that the goods train, passenger trains are well operated now. And the problem that we had once, because of the lack of road connectivity and rail connectivity, and there was time when northeastern region was starving because the essential commodities does not go. It takes months to reach there. Now the northeastern region, all the states get their essential commodities by rail connectivity and of course by road connectivity. As we all know that there was, the northeastern region doesn't have the connectivity in terms of ports. Now with the help of the Myanmar Sitawai port, we are getting the port connectivity. The Brahmaputra has been made waterways, the water connectivity. Today, sending goods and services to northeastern region it's not a problem now. It's a people can send anything and in record time it goes there. So if we go about connectivity, the waterways connectivity, the road connectivity, as you all know, that the highway project, which was started during the Prime Ministership of our respected Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. The 6-lane highway, the development of highways were started during that time. And now it is almost connected to the project is completed everywhere. So that is the road connectivity. Sir, you know what is PMGSY connecting the villages with the main roads, with the urban areas? The PMGSY connectivity was made and it was started during the Prime Ministership of Adaranya Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And now we are proud to say that in Assam and even Northeastern region, all other Northeastern region is well connected with roads under PMGSY. So why I am telling you, sir, that these are not just announcements. These are the activities. These are the projects which are complemented, which are done. So as we all know that Honorable Member has mentioned about the Gopinath Bardoloi, Bharat Ratna Gopinath Bardoloi International Airport. Sir, who has given Bharat Ratna to Honorable Gopinath Bardoloi? It was the BJP government who gave Bharat Ratna to Gopinath Bardoloi. And the international airport facility was also given during this government. Now, just wait. Now, wait. That his objection is that the flights are not running now. Sir, under UDAN scheme, many of the Southeast Asian airports are being corrected, and some of the operation has been done already. So this is how the donor ministry and this government is doing what was at one time a dream for the people of Northeastern region. But today, the dream has come to the reality. Sir, if we go to the infrastructure development and the industrialization of the area. So in the beginning, I want to just refer to what our friend from the opposition has said. NEIPP and the present, his objection to the present Northeast Industrial Development. So earlier, NEIPP was also during the BJP government earlier. But that was for 10 years, 1997 to 2007. In 2007, this was reviewed and extended for another 10 years. So during that time, we all know what was happening. Many industry houses came. But what happened? There was more signboard industries than actual industries. For the 30% subsidy, many signboard industries came to corner the subsidy amounts without making any contribution, industrial contribution, or setting up actual projects. So this was going on. We know even today, some of those industries who are still running, they are being arrested. Why? Because they do not manufacture. They only give a label. So that is not industrial development. That is what was not expected of NEIPP. It was expected rapid industrialization of the Northeastern region. Not one state or the two states. Entire Northeastern region was the aim. But it did not happen the way it was expected to happen. So the new NEIDS, new policy of Northeastern Industrial Development. And as we all know, whenever there is a policy, we work under the policy framework and utilize it for the benefit of the people, for the benefit of the state and add infrastructure into it. But when the expected results come, the change is inevitable. So NEIPP, every 10 years there are reviews. And when we find something wrong in the review, then that is corrected. So it is a continuous process. I do not know why my friend, honorable member, has objection on that. So if we go to shift from the connectivity, if we go to other sectors which are infrastructure sector, which are most necessary for infrastructure sector, is power. As you all know, the ongoing projects in the power sector are Subansiri Lower Hydroelectric Project in Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Northeast Region Power System Improvement Project, comprehensive scheme for strengthening power transmission and distribution system in Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. So over these few years, the distribution sector and the generation sector has been segregated, and distribution sector has been made independent by forming independent companies for the benefit of the people. So today, because of this policy, the power is not a problem to set up any infrastructure industry or any other industry. So that has been made by change in the policy during these few years. Sir, if we compare what's going on now and what went during the Congress rule, there is a sea change. Every member who goes there see the change. I'm not telling you that that the present government has only done it, but present government has done it in a more speedier manner, implemented the projects more and more in a speedier manner, and completed the projects, the bridges, the flyovers, the overbridges, the rail projects, construction of the airports are more faster now. Why? Because this government does not believe in announcement. This government believes in completion of projects, and so that the benefit goes to the people. So this government, as you all know, there are other sectors, since we are discussing only the honor ministry today. So we will not go in detail what all has been done over the years and what is all being done now. So if we go to the health sector, you will see the minimum damage even during the pandemic period. Today, we are happy to announce that so far COVID-19 is concerned, it has come to zero in the state of Assam. So we can, during the period, so many health infrastructure has been built in Assam, particularly in other states, of course, that we could take care of the people and we could take control of the situation. And today, we are proud to say that we are fully prepared with any pandemic that comes with our health infrastructure. So what was the situation before? Earlier, there were only 3 medical colleges. Now, 7 new medical colleges are coming up. 5 are operative, 5 are functioning. They have done a lot of work during the pandemic period to save the people of Assam and to not only give safety, but in the case of immunization also, in the case of vaccination also, the state has completed vaccination of first dose everywhere. Not only that, it's not that donor ministry has done only on health sector and Assam being the main focus, and Assam has not only concentrated only its own people. The health system of Assam has covered and looked after the other neighboring states also, so that the other neighboring state also can be safe and they can prosper. Sir, so many oxygen plants in Assam has been, at a time during the pandemic period, oxygen plants were given by our government in the center. But Assam completed the oxygen plants in record time, when there was oxygen shortage in other states and there was big issue, the northeastern region did not have the shortage of oxygen, because Assam being the main state, Assam has helped all other states and including its own people.
Kalita ji, your time is over.
So today, I'll take few more minutes. Today we are in a position that
20 minutes
If
given
we-
by the party is over.
yeah. So I will not go to all sectors because my other speakers are there. They will.
There
they
are
will
another
cover all
3
that.
speakers from your
But
party.
one thing I must mention here is the sports sector. Today, northeastern region is the sports in the Olympic map of the country, of the world. Today, the sportsmen and women from northeastern region finds place in the Olympics, in the National Olympics, and they win medal in the Olympics, and they brought glory to, yeah. So that is why northeastern region is being given more importance, because it is giving you medals. And today I am very happy to say that National Sports University at Manipur is being established. Can anybody say a remote state in the northeastern region, in the other corner, leading the country? Sir, sports in one area, my friend Kiran Rijiju is there. The plan to prosper in the Olympic Games was initiated by him. And today, we can very proudly say that northeastern region is in the fast track in the field of Olympic Games, in the field of sports. Sir, I will finish by saying only 2 things which in the beginning I mentioned, is our link with the neighboring state. During this period, what my friend had objection about Act East policy, the Agartala-Akhora link between India and Bangladesh is under implementation now, where our connectivity to even neighboring countries will be more smoother. Sir, I mentioned already that the Kaladan multi-model transit transport project, which will give us access to the port in Myanmar. So I have already mentioned about our connectivity with the Southeast Asia, and with the completion of India-Myanmar trilateral highway project will connect the Northeast with Southeast Asia, and our connectivity with countries like Myanmar, Thailand and beyond will be smoother, and the northeastern region will prosper, and it will prosper better than the other region which was neglected earlier. So I see that the donor ministry, after its formation, the most superior has become during last decade, because donor ministry has been given due importance, and through donor ministry, the people of the problems of infrastructure of of Assam and Northeastern region is very well looked after. And today we can say that we are in prosperity and development. We are going to become one with the national average. And I hope and I know this, if this government continues for another decades, few more decades, there will be no difference between the backward northeastern region and the forward other region. So with this, I
Thank
conclude.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kalita ji. The next speaker, Ms. Susmita Dev.
Thank you, sir. I would like to thank my party for giving me the opportunity to speak on a very, very important ministry, which is the donor ministry. The workings of the donor ministries have a direct impact on all the states of Northeast. And as I speak today, I come from the state of Assam, and I am proud to say that it is the All India Trinamool Congress who has given a public representative from Northeast an opportunity to come to this house from the Rajya Sabha. Earlier, sir, there was a nominated member, Professor B.B. Datta, but I am the first elected member who's come from Assam through the Legislative Assembly of Bengal. Sir, I have heard very carefully what Honorable Member of Parliament Ripun Boraji said. I have heard very carefully what Kalita ji has said, and I think neither Ripun Boraji or nor any other member of any party can disagree that the vision to set up a ministry to look into the inclusivity and development of the northeastern states was a visionary idea. But in doing that, we must look at the history of Northeast, sir. Northeastern states, the development of those states, the connectivity of those states, the growth of those states took a drastic hit, sir, after the partition. The then East Pakistan and now what we know as Bangladesh, which is a friendly neighbor country of ours, was created. And thereafter, the entire northeastern states, the only connectivity that they had with the mainland India was through the Siliguri corridor, which is a part of Bengal, which we commonly call as Chicken's Neck. It was increasingly felt that Northeast needed special attention, and it was in 1971 that the Northeast Council was first set up through the Act of Parliament. It acted like a regional planning commission, from what I have read, and it prepared specific development strategies for the northeastern states. After 1971, the next step that was taken for the development of the northeastern states is the ministry that we are discussing today. However, in 2001, sir, it was only a nodal department under the Home Ministry, and it is in 2004 that it got the status of a full-fledged ministry. So I ask myself a question, that where the northeastern states actually have 8% of the country's geographical area, where the northeastern state actually has 3.8% of its population, and if I may say so, is strategically the most important part of the country by sheer fact that 90% of its borders is shared with other countries like China, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar, etc. Should we still continue to review the work of this ministry through the Prison of Security and the Home Ministry? Sir, I have to say that it is just today that the chairman of the Standing Committee on Home Anand Sharma ji has put on the table his report, which includes the report on the performance of the NSC and this ministry which we are discussing today. I have not been able to peruse it, sir, because within 1 hour the debate started and he put it on the table of the House. So if my data is little backdated, I hope that you will forgive me that minor error. But I am pained to say, sir, I am pained to say that these states of the Northeast, which have the highest number of indigenous people, which has the highest number of biodiversity spots and the highest number of national parks. It has the highest literacy rate, sir, and it is one of the richest areas in natural resources, whether it is oil, coal or gas. There cannot be denied that any part of the country we go to, we see young children from Northeast who are working in various industries, especially the hospitality management industry, sir. We cannot deny that despite this situation, that today the northeastern states lack basic health and education facilities, sir. Kalita sir said before me that Prime Minister of India has been to the Northeast 14 times or 16 times or how many ever times, but 40 times, and he forgot to say it's a big thing that he stays the night also in Northeast. You forgot to say that. Anyway, sir, let me give some data. We all know that the donor ministry operates on 10% of the entire budget of 54 ministries of this country, which is to be called the NLCPR and has now been renamed. Sir, I would like to put some figure in front of you of 2022 and 2023. Just some examples because my time is short. This is the allocation, sir, of the Ministry of Road and Transport is the lowest, 5%, sir. Of Health and Family Welfare, 8%, lowest, sir. Of rural development, 5% of the 10% that's supposed to of the gross budget of the and telecom. While we talk about poor communication in Northeast is merely 1%, sir. If I may say so, just to give a small data to my friends, and we all agree that Northeast needs more inputs and more money, I would like to say that since 2015-16, sir, the allocation of this ministry was some 2363 crores, 2363 crores, and as of 22-23, it is 2800 crores. So, sir, from 2015-16 to 2022, which is how many decades, you can calculate for yourself what has been the increase in the budget election of this ministry. It is a matter of record, sir. I would not like to criticize the government for the sake of criticizing. I would like to point out what my honorable colleague, Member of Parliament, said, that how many projects have been implemented in reality in donor. So I speak in favor of strengthening donor. I don't speak in favor of weakening donor. So the biggest problem with the donor ministry is it does not have any line departments. Today, whatever money is sanctioned in the states of Northeast, they are dependent on the administrative strength of the Northeastern states. And sir, it is, you know better than me, you are so learned, that how many administrative reforms have the Northeastern states had till today. And in the state of Assam, पिछले 2 साल से 4 साल से पूरा का पूरा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सिर्फ एनआरसी का ही काम कर रहा है. तो डोनर का क्या वो काम करेंगे और किसी और डिपार्टमेंट का और क्या करेंगे. One important data. So I don't want to repeat some of the things that the opposition leaders have already said, that this is the state of investment. Kalita sir said that the new 2017 industrial policy has injected impetus into the economy of the Northeastern state. I am pained to say that the 2007 policy, at that time, the national share of investment in Northeastern state was 8.3%. In the new policy, that share is at 0.02% in 2019, 2.30 in 2018, and 0.49 in 2020. So last but not the least, I would like to say that one huge issue in the Northeast is our ecology and our environment. So land is the issue where different tribal people of the northeastern states in various areas have been repeatedly agitating. Land is everything to the identity of the indigenous people. Sir, I am sorry to say, but in the recent May 2020 Bagjan Assam Oil India fire, where the gas well caught fire, official documents have shown that Oil India company expanded operations into ecologically sensitive zones without public hearings. This is their document, sir, that is saying it. Today, I would like to point out that illegal coal mining is one of the largest issues of the northeastern states. And sir, as you know, without coal, no industry can function. I urge upon NEC and the donors ministry that take a policy decision on coal mining for the northeast. क्योंकि सर कोल चाहिए, और जितना illegal coal borders से जाता है सर, कोल का syndicate जो जाता है, उसपे state का नुकसान होता है, पैसा कोई और बनाता है. Today I ask that if you have NEDFI, आज NEDFI भी एक agency है, it's a non-banking financial institution works under the donor. We appreciate the work of NEDFI, but today the Hindustan Paper Corporation, the two industries, one in Barak Valley, which is the Kachar paper mill, and one is the Nagaon paper mill. Sir, thousands of crores of assets are going to be sold at peanuts. So do you know the Kachar paper mill is today being liquidated only because 92 lakhs was owed to some trade creditor? Could NEDFI have not restructured this debt and saved that industry today, sir? So you need to relook at the functions of NEDFI too. You need to relook at the functions of NEDFI. And I also request that startups, an extremely important issue which impact the young entrepreneurs of Northeast, I request NEDFI that you must have seed money for pre-revenue period. Today, to start any entrepreneurship, sir, you know that there has to be a due diligence of the industry. You have to do enough research to see that will this industry work? Will this business work or not? Please think of giving seed money to start up to young entrepreneurs. And I hope, sir, that whatever planning the NEC does, whatever planning the donor ministry does for the development of northeastern states, it should not be unplanned development. It should not be a policy of only extraction of our natural resources. And I hope that finally Northeast can get out of the rut. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं Northeast में development नहीं होता क्योंकि insurgency है, और कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि क्योंकि insurgency है इसलिए Northeast में development नहीं होता. NEC has a role to play, sir. 2013 में एक अमेंडमेंट बिल आया था और NEC का पावर बढ़ाया गया था कि इंटर स्टेट, कि नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न के स्टेट्स के बीच में जो मुद्दे हैं उनका भी समाधान NEC कर सकती है. तो मैं ये पूछती हूं कि NEC ने ऐसा क्या कदम उठाया असम मिजोरम बॉर्डर डिस्प्यूट में? आज असम मेघालय के बॉर्डर के डिस्प्यूट है, आज नागालैंड और असम के बीच में बॉर्डर का डिस्प्यूट है. सो NEC शुड नॉट बी अ म्यूट स्पेक्टेटर टू दीज इश्यूज, सर. Development of an area can't just be about roads and bridges and building water treatment plants. You must solve the border disputes between the northeastern states, without which we are creating bad precedents. And what is that precedent, sir? आपने कभी सुना कि एक राज्य का पुलिस दूसरे राज्य के पुलिस को गोली करके कत्ल कर रहा है? ये मिजोरम और आसाम के बॉर्डर में इस नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स के इतिहास में पहला हुआ, और आज तक सिवाय कॉम्पनसेशन के 50 लाख के कॉम्पनसेशन कोई और कार्रवाई नहीं हुई. सो NEC must look after the interest of the northeast as a whole. Today Assam should not take precedence over Mizoram, and Mizoram should not take precedence over Assam, and vice versa. That is the job of Northeast. I also appeal to the government of India that, sir, donor ministry must have an office in the Northeast states. Sir, पहले NEC को जो चेयर करते थे वो राज्यपाल, गवर्नर करते थे. That governor of any of the northeast states by virtue of seniority, size, whatever, in rotation is to run the NEC. So they could look after the security issues, they could look after the regional issues, because as you realize, sir, Northeast is a very unique place when it comes to its regional politics and regional ethnicity. Now it is the Honorable Minister of Donor who chairs the NEC. So one should also consider whether we should go back to the old model of letting the governor of one of the Northeast states by rotation head the Northeast states. More importantly, sir, I request the donor ministry should be funded and given the sufficient human resources to have an office in one of the northeastern states, so that we can access the donor ministry locally rather than having to come to the mainland in Delhi. It will be convenient for all chief ministers. एक और चीज कहूंगी सर, मैं MLA भी थी आसाम में, मैं लोकसभा की MP भी थी, आज मैं राज्यसभा में हूं. एक ऑब्जेक्टिविटी लाने की जरूरत है सर. ऑब्जेक्टिविटी के माने में क्या कहना चाह रही हूं कि ये प्रोजेक्ट का सिलेक्शन कौन करता है. आज NEC के पास इतना पैसा होना चाहिए, डोनर के पास इतना पैसा होना चाहिए. दे शुड डू अ डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज सर्वे ऑफ व्हाट इज द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेफिसिट. क्यों मैं आपको कहती हूं सर, इट इज वेरी सिंपल. आप किसी को स्टेडियम दें, हम खुश है, जरूर स्पोर्ट्स के स्टेडियम बने, पर आसाम में ऐसे उदाहरण है कि ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स बन रहे हैं which could have been second or third priority. आज what is the urgency? For instance, sir, erosion is a very big issue in Assam. If erosion is such a big issue, who is prioritizing? आज स्टेडियम बनना चाहिए कि erosion का काम करना चाहिए, ये कौन तय करता है? That's where the nepotism and corruption starts, sir, in donor at the state levels. मैं किसी स्पेसिफिक मुख्यमंत्री या सरकार को नहीं कह रही हूं, फेवरेटिज्म स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम देयर. NEC must and the donor ministry must have some mechanism to inject, to ensure objectivity in the selection of projects. इससे कि ये मेरा चहिता है, चल को चलो इसका दे दो डोनर में प्रोजेक्ट, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. आज कोई भी पार्टी का विधायक या सांसद उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी से हो, it must be need based and it must be scrutinized that what is the criteria of the schemes that are being sent from the state government to the northeast, to the donor ministry. So with these few words, I thank you for your patience and I thank my party.
Thank you, Susmita ji. Honorable Tiruchu Sivaji.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Sir, it's a good gesture that out of the 5 ministries we have chosen to discuss on its working, we have given priority to the donor ministry, which is a good sign to the people that we are giving importance to them. And moreover, sir, I am the first member to speak from the southern end of this country and not from the northeast region. It means that the issue of the certain area of a people should be taken up by only not those people. If it is really a nation which, as we project to outside, I should address the concerns of the people who are in the northeast as well as in the north, and so also they should be concerned about the people in the south. So that is unity in diversity. This is unity, and this unity cannot be brought by way of uniformity as some other people think. So the northeast region, which comprises of 8 states, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Meghalaya, and Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. Sir, and this northeast region is connected to the rest of India by a narrow Siliguri corridor. Of course, as everyone pointed out, I think all the 3 members who have spoken are from the northeast. It is bestowed with rich natural resources like forests, biotechnology, and potential of hydroelectric power. And also the strategic situation of this country acts as a very good trade market for the countries of the East through the Act East policy. Sir, furthermore, it is as well known, it is rich with culture and different ethnicities and captures the hearts of the people with its culture and traditions of the natural inhabitants there. They are all living in the hills. Many think, as Mr. Ripun Bora told, that since they are in the hill region, they are all backward. No, not that. They set an example to the other parts of the people in the other parts of the country. Sir, the region is rich in water resource with 33% of the country's total. And it also receives an annual average rainfall between 2,480 millimeters to 6,350 millimeters. Sir, which can be used for irrigation and enhancement of agriculture. Sir, the region is seeing such development under which the irrigation potential for 46,500 hectares has been created. Organic farming has been gaining pace under the region and is testament to the region's uniqueness and potential. So recently, the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh sent to all the members of parliament, I think so, a pack of kiwi fruits, all by way of organic farming. And he has given a detailed letter of how it is being produced and also sought encouragement from the other sections of the people. Of course. Normally, anything which is produced in the hills will be tasty, and this is organic, totally organic. And he has also cited that many other things they are venturing, and he needed support. Of course, also we appreciated in return that, yes, you should be supported in other means also. Sir, the economic and infrastructural development of the region is progressing at a faster pace with increasing fund allocation for construction of roads and highways connecting cities and districts. However, sir, the post-colonial development in this region has faced and is facing challenges which hampers the development. That we should not forget, sir. Sir, in what manner? Because it has led to the lower pace of growth, both economic and social. And also in the form, in terms of industrialization and development of contributes little to India's GDP. Only because of the challenges which the region is facing. We may sanction more funds, sir, but what happens actually? The region suffers a decreased connectivity in terms of railways and road networks and continue to face civil disturbances. I expected any one of these members from the Northeast would have focused on that, which I would like to. Why a region is not able to come up to the extent it should have been? There are many reasons, out of which the main reason is the civil disturbance. So most of these states border our country. And we know pretty well who are our neighbors, how friendly they are. So they face a very big problem by means of this insurgency of terrorism and other things. And also the local issues which have not been addressed for long, which has led to the unrest of the people and the youth in that area. Sir, the area still witnesses military involvement and the unjust shootings and killings of civilians, just like the case that came to limelight 3 months ago when 15 civilians lost their lives in the voting area of Mon district in Nagaland due to a case of misidentity. That issue was raised in this house also. Misidentity led to the cause of death of unnecessarily 15 civilians who were supposed to be terrorists and faced an open fire from the security forces. The aftermath was equally disturbing, where the more lives were lost on both sides in the clash between the villagers and the armed force later. So the region has had a history of civil conflict, and this was not the first case of such kind. A month before, an army colonel, along with his family and 4 other personnel from the paramilitary force, were killed. Sir, main reason for that is parts of Northeast region, as identified by experts, experience a hostile environment because of the Act, AFSPA, the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. What is that AFSPA? I cannot go in detail because of the lack of time. But sir, when this act came into existence? The act, a long history, dates back to the colonial times. To sabotage the Quit India movement in 1942, the British government brought this act. And later in 1947, 4 such ordinances were brought into place and to deal with the internal turmoil of the partition. That also one of the members who spoke here mentioned about. Because of the partition problem, again it was an ordinance was promulgated. In 1948, a single ordinance subsuming all the 4 was promulgated. It was finally repealed in 1957. But sir, in 1958, after seeing the growing disturbances owing to Naga rebellion, the act was brought back. Sir, what is the purpose of the act? The act came into force, sir, very, very important. I think the government should take it into consideration. The act comes into force when an area is declared as a disturbed area by the state government. The status which is maintained for a minimum period of 6 months. The act grants the armed forces to exercise increased force and grants a higher degree of considerable impunity for maintaining internal security. That apart. One of the section in the act, section 4, how it empowers. In a democratic country, in a republic country, any commissioned officer, warrant officer, non-commissioned officer, or any other person of equivalent rank in the armed forces may, in a disturbed area, fire upon or otherwise use force, even to the causing of death, against any person who is acting in contravention of any law, or order for the time being in force the disturbed area, prohibiting the assembly of 5 or more persons. That's it. Destroy any arms. Okay. Arrest without warrant any person who has committed to a cognizable offense or against whom a reasonable suspicion exists that he has committed or is about to commit. Either enter and search without warrant, and sir, section 6 of the act, that is very, very important. No prosecution, suit, or other legal proceeding shall be instituted except with the previous sanction of the central government against any person in respect of anything done or purported to be done in the exercise of the power conferred by this act. So the unrest that is prevailing, it is not because of the issues only, because of such acts also. When the armed forces are empowered with such an enormous power, there are instances it could be misused. But when they say there could be no prosecution, no suit could be filed, what will happen? So it's high time, not only the state which is concerned, Nagaland, the other states surrounding all the northeastern regions is suffering only because of that, sir. And high time the government has to reconsider whether this act should continue. License to kill. High time it is to repeal, sir. So I am speaking on behalf of the Northeast region. They spoke about the development. I am speaking about the safety of the people, their psychological, mental condition. When such an act is there and the armed forces are wandering with enormous powers with no control upon them, the people will react in their own manner because the hilly people region. So, sir, it is an appeal. What is the necessity? Why the people should be killed unnecessarily? There may be issues anywhere. There will be, of course, people will rebel in a democratic country. They have got right. But does it mean that they can be killed and they cannot be even questioned? It's a very big thing to be worried, sir. Sir, the Supreme Court has also observed if an offense is committed even by an army personnel, there is no concept of absolute immunity from trial by the criminal court constituted under the criminal procedure. But there have been instances of even flouting the judgment of the Supreme Court. Sir, only one thing I would like to say, sir. The region with less insurgent activities continue to have heavy presence of armed forces which are protected under the AFSPA, which should be reconsidered immediately as I appealed. Sir, even after signing 6 years, after 6 years of signing the framework agreement between the National Socialist Council of Nagaland and the central government, there has been inordinate delay in the continuance of the Naga peace talks in finding a concrete solution. So the region is abundant with resources, including farmland and talent pool, and truly efforts can lead to it being able to join hands on the path of growth and contribute significantly in the overall growth than to rely upon the army. The government should find some other way to coordinate with the people and find a peaceful solution, and to wish, as all wish, the Northeast region should flourish as it should be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tiruchu ji. माननीय वी विजय साई रेड्डी.
Sir, thank you very much, Deputy Chairman, sir. Many honorable members have expressed their views on this subject of Northeast region. And Sushmita Madam has elaborately explained so many things, what had to be done, what is not being done, what has to be done. All these issues have been elaborately explained by her and Ripun Boraji also, then Shivaji also. Sir, one thing what I could understand is now, at this point of time, entire northeastern region